Aloha Dance. That's their fourth. It was confusing because who did they have standing in before? Was it Always Want to Fly? Was playing with them a little bit.
Yeah.
They had a few. They had Goblet for a little bit.
Oh yeah, Goblek as well.
But he actually drafted like
weird,
not their heroes. At
that
all.
was the weirdest thing. They were trying out new people, and every single one of the new people was drafting. And you're just like,
when we interviewed Resolution, he said we need a leader.
Yeah,
because none of us can lead.
So they've got no fear drafting here.
8,001 MMR points.
Ooh.
Matchmaking points.
All right. Go MMR.
I gotta say, it is actually wildly impressive to get 8K. Like, not... Like, winning that many pub games? God, that's gotta be
It's a serious grind.
It is.
Do you think they're going to compress the MMR at some point? Or, like, is it just going to keep going forever?
They have to at some stage.
Like, they'll be like, hey, check out my 15K
on average,
MMR.
Like, a 7K player will wait 45 minutes to find a game.
Depends on when.
Yeah, I mean, prime time, maybe you wait like 20 minutes. But if you play like off hours at all, you're waiting like an hour, maybe longer.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
real
that's
bad.
awful. That's really awful.
Yeah, I think at that point, honestly, pros should have the ability to just have like a free like 5K account that they can just pop out, you know? Just be like, boom, oh, I have like a pro tag, I'm playing for a tier 1 team, I should be able to make a 5K smurf and play relatively decent quality games just without having to go through calibration. Like, I think that's fair.
Like a little mini.
Yeah, because what happens when you hit 8K? You can't find games anymore.
Yes.
And nobody wants to play for the first, like, whatever levels of trophy experience to be able to play ranked again.
How many games is it actually to get through the trophy experience? It's kind of a lot. It's like
a
100 or so or something?
Yeah, it's a lot of games.
110.
I don't know about the new one, but beforehand it was like 150 games.
That's a pretty big time sink of just playing for the sake of playing against people that are noticeably worse than you as a top tier. Ugh. Well, here we go. Speaking of the top tier, first pick Doom for Team Empire.
I like it.
We've seen him banned out mostly, so I'm pumped. We're actually going to see some Doombringer.
Okay, what counters Doom? Andy, I think the only thing I can think of is what else is there?
Strong lanes are really good, and Lich is definitely a step in the right direction.
I like that they take the Lich as a block pick as well. Exactly. We talked about that Lich Doom off lane. That shit is ridiculous.
I think the other thing, too, that you can do to counter Doom is picking a lot of heroes that you actually want to cast Doom on. So, like, Shadow Shaman, for example, before he drops wards, you want to try to Doom him. Lina is a very good example of that, too. Even heroes like Storm. Like, sure, the Doom counters Storm, but it's also good to have a ton of heroes that you just say, well, there's a lot of good targets, so who do I actually use it on? That way, in teamfights, things become a lot more hectic.
Moment of confusion.
Yeah, it's really helpful. The other thing, too, is anybody who drops an ability, like just snap and it's done, is also great against Doom. Because if you get it off beforehand, think like CK Phantasm, Mass Serpent Wards, Venom Ulti, all that stuff, once it's out, it's out. Doesn't matter if you get doomed after that. The damage is done.
So that's a good point. I feel like Ember Spirit's not a bad choice either.
It's solid. The thing is, you can
kind of split the map around a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like
if he gets a Blink Dagger,
in a straight up man fight, Doom obviously he's like the counter to Ember. But if Ember goes for that like BOT build and just kind of splits the map, it can be hard for Doom's not that mobile.
Yeah, it's true.
So
another problem is the Doom cast animations are quite long, and when you remove yourself with the Remnant, it's instant. You know?
Yeah.
So if you're quick enough, you can get away.
So it's sort of like Dazzle Axe. They sort of counter each other depending on the situation, but you really have to alter your Ember play style and become more of a split pusher, I think.
True. With the Winter Wyvern as well.
You know who actually destroys Doom? Slaughter.
Oh yeah, he already suffers from low armor.
He gets obliterated because he has insanely high strength gain, but yeah, like you said, no armor at all. And once you're amped, doesn't matter if you're doing a Slardar. He's still got sprint on. You're not going to disable that, and you can just hit like 2 or 3 times and you're dead.
Yeah,
and you just explode.
And you can still bash him if he doesn't have the Ags yet. Yeah. So I like that.
Flinks is also fairly good. Very high health, high physical. Damage, single target.
Sneak up on him, hit him with an Orchid, just blast him down, something like that. Okay, so there are options to deal with Doom. Is that what you're telling us, Andy?
There are indeed options, but I will say that I think that he was overtuned.
Yeah.
But sometimes Ice Frog does that just so heroes get played.
He just wants to see a bit of Doom play.
He wants to see literally like one of the most boring concepts of a hero ever in competitive.
I think Ice Frog really wants to see Chen. He has just been chain buffing Chen from patch to patch.
He decreased the cooldown of Penance or something by like 10 seconds or something crazy like that, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was it Penitence or Test of Fate?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
The Penitence got a buff.
Penitence, yeah. Okay, I thought it was. I just
didn't they increase the amount of damage it does as well?
Well, Penitence is the slow.
Yeah.
Test of Faith is the damage.
Yeah, but the amount of...
Oh, you mean like the scaling damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think it scales for, I think it's like 18% at level 1 and goes up to like 40 or 36 or something. It's a pretty decent spell.
Actually kind of insane.
Like super late game.
That's like Soul Catcher pretty much.
Chen Undying on the same team, you're just like, whoa, daddy.
Actually, a targeted Soul Catcher sounds super overpowered, to be honest. Like 40% extra damage that you can just pop. What if it went through BKB? Then he would be picked, I bet.
Oh, 100%.
That would be like super good.
I always, one of my favorite aggro tri lanes is Dazzle, Shadow Demon, Centaur. You set it up with the disruption, Dazzle goes, or the Centaur goes in, hit him with a combo, hit him with the heal bomb. What do you do against that?
Axe is pretty good as well.
Yeah.
So Winter Wyvern is actually a pick I really love against Ember Spirit. We were talking about the mobility of him and how Doom is quite a slow castable thing. Well, with Winter Wyvern, you can actually cast the Winter's Curse from such a low distance, allowing Doom to kind of close the gap and get in range for the Doom.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like that.
Also gives him insane amounts of heal. If he gets the Cold Embrace on top of the Scorched Earth, you know, like, whew, Jesus.
So third pick for start. They've got a lot of options here.
I think they did a strong laner for the bottom. If they're going to do a dual lane with Lich.
I think the Lich might still be off lane.
Yeah, but like a dual offlane Lich.
Yeah.
So they need someone strong. Maybe Skyrat Mage is actually pretty good against Winter Wyvern and Doom. You silence them.
Yeah.
Harass them out of lane early. You know, if they're Cold Embrace, you can ulti them.
I always like a Clockwork could work here. Okay, so I take Bane, a nice control support. But Clockwork can sort of, if you can get the hookshot on Doom, you can sometimes like bait out the Doom on yourself, and if you still get the cogs down, it's sort of, you're in the Doom's way. It's like you sort of had that temptation there, you know, and you can help break up the fights. Speaking of breaking up fights, though, Earthshaker for Empire. They've got a lot of flexibility in these lanes.
Yeah, they do.
I think Shaker Wyvern is like one of the longest range disabler duo that you can pretty much pick. Right?
It's an interesting way to put it.
They're both ridiculously long range. But that's what you want. Like you don't want to have to walk up and casually cast like any projectile stun at an Ember Spirit, because he's just gonna go to a remnant.
Especially against Bane as well. Having the long range disables to interrupt the Fiend's Grip is very key. I think Empire usually favored the Doom as a safe lane core. Baby.
I was not expecting that.
So if anything, I would expect it from Empire, but
Invoker is really solid with these heroes.
We asked Resolution. He said maybe, but he wasn't too sure if he'd ever played again.
Yeah. Okay, now they pick up the
TI3 era matchup, TA versus Invoker.
Yep.
On the dire side once more. So you feel pretty confident this is Exort, Andy, looking at how these drafts are?
After seeing TA, it has to be Exort. There's no way Quaswex Invoker lanes against TA. You actually just get murdered. Yeah.
Really? It's that lopsided?
Yes. Invoker still has very bad base damage, even with
it's like 42 or 40 or something.
Yeah, he has like Shadow Fiend levels of damage almost. It's really, really bad.
38.
Okay.
I mean, if he goes Quaswex, it's because there's a Shaker and a Doom on the other team, and the heroes have very bad ink game. Even like TA, for example, like putting her out of mana isn't necessarily a bad thing. And if they want the control, then I could understand, but it's just too hard, I feel, to lane against the TA unless he gets help.
Could they
hear me out? Right?
Dual offlane?
Dual offlane Ember Spirit thing.
Okay.
Pick Drow Ranger, safe lane with Lich. Or do Lich Ember Spirit.
So you think like
that damage makes up? That's pretty creative.
It's actually not that bad because
they still have a lot of ranged heroes.
Yeah.
You would murder towers. You'd have a lot of really strong lane harass,
and
right
you have
now,
the early game lead.
Yeah, Empire don't really have the best laning.
Yeah, that's a ton of catch as well. You've got slow from the Lich, chains from the Ember, Bane with a Nightmare. Like nobody's getting away from you with that kind of lineup.
It would be cool to see. Not sure if that's going to be the choice, but I think the cool thing about this patch is that there's actual theorization now behind like picks, because it's not just like the same. Yeah, it's not the same stuff every game anymore.
I really enjoy this actually.
So what's the build on Exort Invoker? The last few we've seen have been Quas. Or Quaswex rather.
Go Midas into straight Ags is what I've seen a lot.
Really?
And then I was thinking early Necro Book.
Yeah, Necro Book's good against TA. You could remove the refraction charges, but
I think it's too good to not get. It's good against Wyvern, and it's also good against TA.
The mana burn's not too bad against Doom either. You mentioned he doesn't have the biggest mana pool or gain.
We'll see.
All right, Rexar final ban.
That's true, but Doom inherently gets mana items. Like you usually get.
Oh yeah, he can eat the Necro units as well, so that's not really ideal.
You usually get like a Shivas as well, or an Aghanims, like these kind of.
Yeah, you're right.
The mana burn is.
It's like the window when the mana burn will be good is kind of counteracted by him farming.
Okay, nice.
So it's safe lane Bane, or safe lane Ember. Excuse me.
Okay.
Are they going to send the Lich offlane though? That's the question. I feel like if it's offlane Shaker or Doom, I think that it's fine to put the Lich in the offlane. Because then you're just saying Centaur and Lich versus whatever safe lane they have. Like that safe lane's going to be weak, I feel.
Ember Bane?
They need to pick something that's self-sufficient in lane as a core, I feel. Is Gyro banned? No. Oh wait, what?
Core
Safe lane Doom.
Yeah, exactly.
Safe lane Doom with the offlane shaker.
Yeah, I still think Lich Centaur offlane is fine.
I like it though. You know, you have the instant disable again for Nancy on the Ember Spear.
Do they have enough damage to kill?
It's all on TA. If TA has a bad start, but they usually stack Ancients for their Yoku on TA. Like Empire are quite known for that.
This is one of these games where I feel like one side is going to run over the other. If Empire somehow managed to squeeze out a good laning stage, they're just going to take over the mid game with their carry power. But if Stark like push the advantage they have with Bane and Lich as their laning supports, they can just run over Empire before TA is online, before Doom is online. I feel like either side could really take control early.
When I see Stark Strap, like I love Invoker, I play him quite a lot. Like this is the dream Invoker team if you're Exhort. You know, Centaur can get picked solo, use Sunstrike, they have Searing Chains.
He's gonna safe lane, I think.
Yeah, safe lane Invoker? Nice.
Yeah. Mid Ember. I was gonna question that too, because I saw Nymphy playing Ember and I was like, I think Boogie is not the mid player.
Sorry guys, I need my big hero icons, I'm old. Alright.
Can we change them to actual heroes? Or do people like them like that?
I don't think people like the faces.
Good enough?
I always use the colors and people don't usually complain, but I don't know. I don't know what people prefer actually. That's not
I only use faces.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody was trying to tell me the other day that faces are the way to go, and it's like, I'm just used to the colors, I don't know.
I actually like the colors.
When I'm playing, I just like to look at the map real quick and know that there's something there.
I think my problem with it was that it's some of the heroes I don't know right away where I look, like the Moran is like a kitty, I'm like, who the hell's the cat? Oh, actually, it's Cat Lady.
I know why I like colors more. It's because if you memorize the hero colors, when you see a TP, you know exactly who it is immediately, because you force yourself to remember. Yeah. So like if you have faces on the minimap and you see a TP, if you haven't remembered the colors already, then you have to like think about it for a second before you see it.
I have a terrible memory.
I'm colorblind, so I don't know why I like the colors. I think I'm just used to it. Yeah, not
red green.
Yeah, a bit of red green. It's not too bad, but it's bad enough. Like you know how when people TP in, you can see the little color and the echo thing.
How does this network look to you right now? Can you tell the
I can tell the difference because they're very distinct extremes of each color.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to explain. Mine's not that bad. Like my dad's is way worse. If it's like black writing on a red background, he actually just can't read it. He's like, this is, or vice versa. But you know, like when heroes TP to towers and there's that little like ambient color, I did not notice that till somebody told me. Like I made a comment when I was casting once, like, oh, somebody's TPing in, I wonder who, and they're like, oh, idiot, you can just see, and there was a Reddit thread, and I was, sorry guys, I don't see colors that well. And then that was like the best turnaround thread ever.
I was gonna say, I bet you that guy felt like a dick and just got murdered in that thread.
Yeah, they were just like, wow, really? I think people thought I was joking. I'm like, no, I failed the colorblind test. I go to the eye doctor. Alright, so they are gonna kind of dual lane mid here. If Alex rotates out on the Lich, and they're going to make Yoku's life difficult.
This lane mid is actually very tough.
Trixie, speaking of having a tough time here, No Fear comes around the backside. He's got the Arctic Burn on. I don't think they find a kill here, but this Centaur's in a world of hurt. He's going to have to chew through that salve nice and early.
So the one thing when I play Ember Spirit against TA, the struggle you have is if you get the Mel Strike on you, and just destroys you. But with the Lich Armor, like I think you'll actually be a lot better off, because she has no way of removing your shield.
Sure.
That is a good point, actually.
In this lane too, it's in some cases people actually favor getting like really early milled.
Yeah,
just to force the Ember back.
Even a few points in it.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see. Whoops, on net worth already.
They are really intent on making sure that Yoku does not have a good early game.
Well, he's already off to a good start though. He's 7-2. He's the last hit leader.
I mean, it's not going to continue though. If Valix is planning on staying here, like eventually Yoku is going to have a real hard time.
Well, here we go. It could be now. He steps a bit too far forward. Here come the Searing Chains, and they're going to try to burn him down. They've got a Sentry Ward as well. Nymphy can't quite get him, but the Lich can. That'll be a first blood for Volix. They strike early.
Actually, just like a gigantic misplay in top lane as well. Trixie.
Oh. Is he going down here? It's a 3-on-1 scenario still. The Arctic Burn doing quite a bit, and Doom, even with the Shockwave there, ate one of those Satyrs, and that was the damage to push him over the edge. Winter Wyvern get credit for that kill, 1-to-1.
So there's two things about that.
What happened? Yeah, explain.
Down bottom, oh, okay. He's just gonna walk away. Never mind.
So the only way I can see him doing that, like he goes 1-1-1, right? So he's assuming that his meld is gonna save him.
Yeah.
Because there's no other reason to skill. If you're getting dual laned, then you probably just go side blades.
Yeah, max
just like normal, right? But he had to have not clicked the Lich. There's no other way that he would have done that, because he had a sentry on him the whole time. So if he didn't click him and he skills melting, it's gonna save him. It's just a huge misplay. Like otherwise, there's no way you go up to that creep in general. You're just like, I'm gonna die if I walk up here.
Yeah.
So it was really bizarre that he made that decision.
But even without the sentry ward there, couldn't the Ember have just burned him down if he just stood there anyway? I mean,
eventually, yeah.
It would have been a slow death.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, it still would have worked, yeah.
I mean, he wasn't like that far in the tower. He was like right here or so. Like the Ember could have. There were some options.
I don't know. It was really. I mean, Yoku has played pretty consistently the last couple of times I've seen him. So
yeah, he's one.
I don't want to rip on him too much, but that was just really weird.
He's one of the most solid players for Empire. Okay, so he's gone early Exhort.
Yep, 2 points in Exhort. He's picked up Invoke, so he's got Sunstrike.
So what level Searing Chains do you need to guarantee it?
2.
One.
Level 2. It's fine. You're good.
Yeah. I mean, 1 second Searing Chains is like meh.
You can still do it.
Yeah, you can. You just have to have better
coordination. Yeah. You need to say like you use it so you close the ground with Ember Spirit, and then you Sunstrike, and then the Ember Spirit use the Searing Chains to guarantee.
Yeah, it's similar to how I would use Cold Snap lining up a Sunstrike.
Exactly.
Like you wait for them to run away and then. Whoop. But yeah, level 2 Searing Chains pretty much means that as long as you're watching when he chains, you 100% hit it.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
On top lane as well. Have a look there.
I mean, Trixie just got slain, so he's maybe not having the best of times.
All they have to do is send Bane up, though. They could cause quite a disruption.
Yeah.
With 3 points in Sunstrike, they could kill most people.
That is very true. And
what is that?
It's not like Extra Invoker needs help against Shaker.
Exactly, yeah.
Is that Chen?
Yeah, it's Chen.
Wow. Yep. I never realized Chen was so tan.
Have you never seen a hero before?
Yeah, I mean, I don't play Chen, let's be real.
I guess you don't cast him too much.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been a while since I've casted a Chen game, honestly.
God, if you would have told me like a year or two ago that Chen would not be played in competitive, I would have been like, yeah, right. The hero's literally always picked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like watching Chen, but it's been a while. So do you go Midas on the Invoker? Is that still just the staple of Exort 100%?
Yes.
Billion, trillion%.
Not even just Exort, all Invoker builds, like...
Like, usually...
Didn't we see one in Dream League where he didn't go Midas?
And how did that go?
I think it was a disaster.
Yeah.
Not great.
Alright, fair enough. Well played.
Truthfully, though, it does kind of depend. I think that Qualifier can get away with not going Midas if you're trying to control the pace of the game.
If you like rush an Orchid or something and just go hunting, that kind of stuff.
If you're super active and you want to do that, then that's okay too. Top lane, though, big dive here.
Yep, Silent, he's going to be under the tower, and we're going to see the Bane rotate over as well. Okay, Sia may find himself in a world of hurt. Silent is just without a care in the world right now. He's got his Scorched Earth on, and you know, that was a pretty easy dive. They just walked back out. No harm done.
Oh. His early point of alacrity for 45 mana. Look, like
he actually hits for.
He gets a DD for 45 mana.
That is insane.
Explain that to me, Andy.
Wanted to make Invoker good. Success. Did it. Nailed it.
That is like the one thing that kind of makes Quaswex Invoker feel like he might be able to stand in the lane. You have to get an early point in Exort, of course, but
yeah, no, it's actually a thing. Like
it's still gross.
I guess you sacrifice like 1 point into Quas for it.
Yeah,
because you need Wex for sure if you're gonna go.
You also need Quas.
Yeah, but I mean you're trading off like mana burn potentially, which I feel.
I think the most important thing is actually hitting your combo. So you need actually high levels of lift in your tornado.
It just means the difference between using EMP before tornado, and then being able to throw it as soon as the tornado hits. Like that's the only difference. And I think that in a lot of cases, if you have setup, it's pretty easy to land. I wouldn't say that it's one of the harder things out there to do.
They are really committed to this dual lane. Searing Chains, yeah, going to be a little bit unlucky here. Now Nempy, he's going to get Telekinesis. He could be in a little bit of trouble here. They've got pretty good damage. Meld Strike connects, a few more auto attacks. They can't quite bring him down. He will bottle through it. Now maybe the turn onto Yoku. Moves into the Meld Strike, but there's a Sentry Ward down. Sunstrike. It'll be on the money.
He had refraction.
Where was the refraction? That's a freebie for Boogie.
You know, that's like playing against Nature's Prophet and just forgetting the heroes in the game. That's pretty much what just happened.
Up top, Splinter Blast will do damage to Trixie here. In comes Silent. He's going to dive this tower. He'll try to chop down the Centaur. He gets it. Double Edge not going to come out in time. That's an easy dive. Doom showing us what he's made of here. His boots and a mango.
Man,
look at his health. He has 6.4 health regen.
Satyr OP. It's like that and the healing creep are like the two best creeps.
Yeah,
I like
the mana regen aura is just insane.
I like the armor, I'll be honest, lads.
We talked about this last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had to.
I feel like the Ice Ogre is more situational. If you're up against heavy physical, it's probably better.
If you're off lane, the Ice Ogre is freaking legit.
Yeah. In this lane, I mean, how much is the Centaur really hitting him? Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's more to dive towers.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they are diving quite a lot. And if someone TP, they're pretty shagged.
The health regen is crazy though, and if you somehow find the mana, you do have that extra little burst of damage.
All right, Boogie's got his
He
minus.
doesn't have a Basilius on Doom. That's kind of interesting actually. Because he does struggle a lot with mana regen.
Yeah.
He needs something.
It is pretty common to see it as well. It builds into the Vlads, which
like
is
all
not
strength
uncommon
heroes
either.
by Bessie nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, Sunstrike, they're pinging it.
Oh, there we go. Centaur gets credit for that one, the double edge. Cuts him down.
That was straight up nasty.
It's a pretty solid setup.
I mean, that's like an insane amount of bursts.
Yep, and it's pure damage as well.
Yeah. Bottom lane resolution also going down.
Yep, Cold Snap will set that one up.
Now, this is the stage, if you're playing Invoker, you just say like, yeah, we won.
Use your Midas, Boogie. Oh, he did, okay.
I honestly think this is like, it's very difficult to stop an Invoker who has a start like this.
Yeah.
He's
Especially
level 8 already. Oh my.
Because he's getting the Lich bonus experience on top. It's actually hilarious. I didn't...
Yeah.
I mean, if he had actually gotten that kill at the top right there, he would just be
Yeah.
extra out of control. So if you're this far ahead, you think you still just go fast ags? Does that feel like the
That's
play?
what we've been seeing, yeah.
Okay.
I don't get it though.
The idea is, you get fast ags and just go high ground. You get forward spirits and you just go high ground.
But you can just get forward spirits anyway.
Uh-oh, mid lane, Yoku in some trouble. They've got the dust, and it's just so easy to kill this TA. Now Nemphy scoots forward with the Fire Rim, and Aloha Dance on a World of Hurt as well. Sunstrike. It'll be off the mark, but they'll still find the kill. This one goes the way of the Lich. Oh, that's a stray
Are
donkey.
you gonna die?
Fate? Both of them were like, wait, what?
Yeah. What's this thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Aghanim build is...
Okay, Necrobook is amazing in this game.
Yes.
It is.
I think that obviously, yeah, you can eat the book, whatever.
I'm just saying what I've seen.
Yeah, I know. But as a fellow Invoker player, do you agree?
I never get Necrobook either. I become a wizard.
I become a wizard.
Well, if you want to just go to Ag so that you can break high ground, I feel like Necro fits into that. Here we go, Sunstrike setup. That's an easy one. Resolution falls. It's a killing spree now for Boogie.
I think he's actually Necro boss. He's pretty good. You have such a early lead. You can rotate the top lane to help.
You know what? He's gonna go Yules for the swag.
Yules is the like assister.
Oh, Doom on Trixie. This is a bit ambitious here.
It's quite dive.
That was an odd Doom.
Yeah, it's like the training wheels for Invoker.
Man, actually, Exort Invoker is so good against their heroes.
Yeah.
So if you get Cold Embrace, Sunstrike, right?
Yeah.
You get Nightmare, Sunstrike. You get Searing Chain, Sunstrike.
No, dude, if you get Cold Embrace, you just full combo them.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, you can Meteor on top of them as well.
He's actually incredible against that.
So good against TA.
Dude,
Ice Wall.
Invoker is back, boys.
Ice Wall
I'm
destroys TA. Absolutely destroys
Alright,
it.
I'm spamming Invoker after the stream.
Dude, I've missed Invoker.
Actually,
I can teach you the ways of Exort, because I've seen your stream.
yeah, I literally don't play Exort.
It ain't great.
Yeah, but my Crosswex is legit.
Yeah, your crossfix is good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad at that, though.
We can teach each other.
We can become stronger together.
I feel
You know
so
what I'm
left
really
out.
bad
I don't
at,
play
actually?
Invoker.
We can teach you.
I played Invoker 5 times total, I think, and every time
It's
I've just
so
gone
fun,
max
man.
Exort, I go Deso, and I just push down towers.
It makes sense. He's pretty good. I've seen a good few people go Solar Crest, like.
Oh, that could be good. I like that.
You can get early Roshan.
My new favorite second item on Invoker, Lotus Sword. It's unbelievably
Because you're
good.
a Crosswex.
Don't
but
tell
the
the
thing is,
Vanguard you said
he,
that.
He
though.
has no armor, right? He has no armor. You don't want to buy Yules, because it sets up a lot of other heroes for their own combos. And you want a reliable Dispel if you're playing Crosswex to be able to Ghost Walk.
Yeah, true. Okay,
So
I see what you're saying.
It's just like so freaking legit. And the regen that you get, never go back to base. Literally ever.
He's going bots, but or maybe straight blitz.
I feel like Blitz when Storm is in the game right now, so I'll stop. I just get excited, you know?
Yeah, me too.
You gotta channel the passion, Andy. That's the way to do it.
I'm doing my best.
This offlane Earthshaker is now level 6, so that's something for resolution, but their bottom 3 worth right now are all on this dire side. Their supports are struggling, their offlane is not getting too much. Even the Centaur, who I'd say has been struggling a little bit, he's doing okay. He's got Tranquils, third of the way to the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
There's been worse Centaur games.
That kill on Doom helped him a lot.
Oh yeah.
The one thing we have to keep in mind, though, is regardless of how farmed Boogie is right now, regardless of how farmed Amber is, Doom is still Doom. So one of those heroes is just going to be deleted from the game during a team fight. And I will say that as an Invoker player, playing against Doom is probably the most frustrating thing in the world.
The problem is, you have a lot of spells. And
Yeah.
if you're thinking to yourself, you're Doom, I want to stop as many spells as possible. The obvious target is Invoker.
It's true, though. I feel like that makes Exort even better. So you can get the Forged Spirits out, then it's like, okay, at least I did something. It's kind of like Venomancer. You have a spell that you can use.
I think
still not great, but
the most important thing that if you have a high level Okay, well, after this I'm stopping. If you have a high level of Invoke, and like you're level like 20-ish.
BOT is good call, Shane. Oh, resolution. Yeah, that's an easy kill. Searing Shane. They don't even need the Sunstrike. Okay. He just gets obliterated. Are they going for more here? No fear TP's in. That's a remnant forward. Nemphy wants it.
Pretty deep.
Oh, he didn't get the chain.
This is risky business here. All right, they've got Forge Spirits. That'll intercept some tower shots, but hey, the cavalry's here. It's a smoke rotation. Winter's Curse on the Nemphy. And it looks like Boogie. Can he get away here? Nemphy's still barely alive.
He still has a stick.
Oh my god, are they both going to get out here?
He has Ghost Walk, yeah. He can use the creeps. Come on, Yoku.
This is a big rotation. 4 heroes for the Dire. Chain Frost bouncing around from hero to hero. Oh no, spread out, Empire. Spread out. What are you doing? Silence falls. The 2 supports are low on the backside. This is a disaster. Yoku coming around here. He's going to try to make it something happen on Boogie. I think he's dead.
No,
he's dead. All right, nice deny. Okay, so it's a 1-for-1, but they get the deny on the Invoker, and they kill the Doom. Almost get both the supports. That's awful for Empire.
It's not great.
Yeah.
And look, this is just time for Centaur to free farm towards the blink.
Rotated everyone. It's not the best. Yeah, what I was saying, if you Ice Wall and Cold Snap, you can never cast Doom.
Honestly, I'm really surprised that Boogie just didn't go to Quas. Like he tried to cast Doom like 3 times.
Yeah.
You go to Quas, you live 100%.
I agree.
Yep.
Amateur. Sorry.
Well, wrap around potentially. No,
look at Bane, that's a hero.
Alright, Bane's a Dota 2 here, that's true. But if Bane had Invoke. Alright.
Bane does have his Fiend's Grip though, he's level 7. Soul Ring on Bane, I like that. Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty common. You just get all the health back from Brain Sap anyway.
Yeah, it's
really
good.
It gives you roughly about the mana that you need to cast.
Oh, Trixie, he's blocked out. You will have a Stampede here though, Telekinesis.
Charges.
Nope. Wow, okay. They made sure he's going down.
I mean, they got him.
I think if he sticked, he could have killed, like, if he didn't echo, he could have sticked and then could have killed Rubik.
Yeah. A good play from Resolution.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, he does not have the greatest game. It is so hard to deal with Bane and Boker in lane.
Yeah.
Like, what is your counterplay after you get Nightmare? You're actually just 100% dead, right? Like, you can't do anything.
Nemphy, he's just going man mode here. He's all by himself. Remnant's forward.
He's using a lot of Remnants.
And
he's got 1 left.
He'll just head back, yeah.
For a rainy day. Actually, you might just...
What's Resolution's farm like?
Soul Ring Tranks.
Okay, so he can kind of...
Oh, Sunstrike connects on Aloha Dance. Look at this, man. This is like all of Empire trying to do this. Okay. Nemphy goes in, Winter's Curse. Follow-up is there, but Bane, he gets off the ultimate, gets interrupted. Chain Frost will stop as well, but they've already killed No Fear and Silent. He's not going to be able to do much. They put him into a Nightmare. And guys, oh, by the way, down bottom, Boogie's taking a tier 2 tower.
Yeah, this is Extra Invoker at its finest. 2
TPs back. Empire getting the short stick in that exchange. Taking some damage on the tower, and they've got to burn TPs at the end.
And then the boots of travel coming into play. Just TPing bot lane, putting the pressure on there.
Yeah, he just goes right back top. Look at this.
I mean, honestly, what's scarier than a rat? A rat wizard.
A rat wizard. That's with flaming hair.
Tell me something that's more terrifying than a...
Goku wearing a rat cosplay? That's... Alright, let's see what they can do here.
Get out of here, bud.
This is all 5 of Stark GG. They're on their way up. They want to dive this tower. They are hungry.
They know to use the TP's bottom.
Yeah.
To defend. Okay.
Dude, Nemphy just goes charging in. Aloha Dance right there. Steals Flame Guard. A bit unfortunate there. They'll be able to finish him off. No Fear just getting deeper and deeper in the tree line. I think the Wyvern's okay, maybe? Yep. Trixie still does not have a blink, so no way to find him.
He couldn't really stall the Remnant there and being a player.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my kind of wizard.
Now, oh, okay. BOT's blink, mobility. Do it, Harry Potter.
Alright, so as a Quas Wex player, how does he go blink before he buys like literally any other item? I think actually would be better.
No.
Like, why blink?
They have so much setup for your combo. If you can blink in and you kill anyone, you know what I mean? All you need is one sweep and you get in position.
Stampede headed to the mid lane. They're gonna go right onto Yoku, but the chains, they're favoring the creeps this go around. A little unfortunate there for the Ember Spirit. Now Empire, they're gonna try to turn, but okay, Sia says, I've got an ultimate. Interrupted by the Fissure once more, but still enough to set up on the Rubik. And again, the Grand Magus falls. No glyph. Boogie's gonna try to abuse that. Down bottom, he'll take a free tower. Tier 2 goes down. He will get the last hit.
How do you stop him split pushing?
I was gonna say he's fully committed to the wizard, right? Huh?
Yeah.
I guess that's why blink. I don't know. Like these types of builds. It's ultra greed.
That's my boy.
This is actually like the greediest possible items you can go.
No.
No stats between any of them.
I think Yules before the blink would have been better, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I thought Yules would be nice.
But I mean, think about it though. How pressured has he been this game? Basically not. So why not go for the greedy build and you can get away with it?
That part I agree with. I understand going the greedy item in this situation. I mean, I am like the king of greed. Like when I play AM, I am like, I literally don't fight unless my tier 3s are being attacked. But I just like Yules better in these types of situations because A, he doesn't have any mana regen, right?
Yeah, the mana regen is actually a problem. Especially when you get boots of travel, you want to stay active on the map.
Yep.
And if you actually cast, he only has level 1 invoke, so he's not pumping at the spells.
Oh, is that a smoke? Yeah, it sure is.
I mean, every, what, 15 seconds is Alacrity? And 30 for Fort Spirits? So you're actually using a fair amount of mana.
True.
Oh, boys, here we go. Smoke on smoke action. They're both going to pop. It's Stark that comes in. Nymphy starts it off. Nightmare and the Aloha Dance. Not great. Now the Winter's Curse comes out, but the Chain Frost, it's going to start bouncing. Meatballs flying from the sky as well. It's a 1-for-1. Centaur for Rubik. Not as good of a start for Stark as I thought it might be. Doom has come out onto Nymphy and Boggs. He's going to get left behind. Chopped down by the Fiery Sword. Up on the high ground. OKC puts Nightmare, or Resolution into a Nightmare. Fissure blocks him out, and this is going to go the way of Empire. It's a 3-for-1, losing only a support.
Yeah, that meatball was an air ball, actually. Hit literally 0 heroes.
Did they have a ward?
Let's take a look.
They had a
here.
ward in top rune.
Okay, so there wasn't a ward in the jungle. No.
Yeah, no, not right here. It was just it was a weird spot though because that's a sentry. It's a weird spot though because they were kind of like using this tree line here, and they both kind of wrapped around this way and went, oh god, they're right there. Kind of funky. Alright, so Silent now, he's gone for the Vlads.
Centaur didn't blink initiate, and you know, he got initiated on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
he's using the front line, still trying to find him.
In that team fight, if Centaur gets off the initiation with the stomp, it's...
Like, as soon as the smoke broke, the Centaur kind of, like, hesitated. He kind of doubled back at first, and I think he thought they were more, like, over here, not, like, right here, ready to jump on him. So, it was a tough play for Trixie.
Ooh, I like the smoke, actually, from Empire.
Into the
They
rush
have
pit.
Vlads on the Doom, so it's easy Roshan with PA.
See, I was thinking Trixie nearby, but he just double-edged some creeps, so I don't think he's going in anytime soon.
Yeah, he'd actually just splat instantly. They have no idea.
No.
And the interesting thing is, even with that top lane ward, they still don't know, which I find very weird. Either that or they don't care. I mean, when you have that top lane ward, and you also have that ward mid, and you don't see anything,
it should be
like,
pretty
come on,
suspect.
what are the odds with that bottom lane being that pushed that there are no heroes farming a lane?
Yeah.
Like, they either just had an oversight or they felt they couldn't contest.
Yeah.
Well, the big deal for that fight is Resolution, man. He's almost level 11, and he's 50 gold away from his blink. It's base and tremble time, son.
Yeah.
Slam jams?
Yep. Michael Jordan and shit.
Alright.
That's actually terrifying for
ready.
Invoker, who has gone this kind of low stat, no stat even build.
Well, he's going Aghanims now.
Yeah.
So he's got like
a punch
1500
booster,
HP.
Yeah, and the Ogre Club, actually.
Yeah.
He's 800 gold from the Ags. He's still farming like a
Does
madman.
so much damage with Alacrity on.
100, baby.
I played against an expert Invoker who went phase. He actually just hits for like 200 damage at level like 8.
Phase.
Dude,
Yeah,
no
I don't like phase
fear.
either, but he punched me.
He is in deep.
Going for the aggressive warding.
Yep. All right, he's going to get it down. This could end up being a wraparound type scenario. Empire, they're starting to tighten in. Aloha Dance in the mid. On the backside, we've got the Doombringer. Do they have the vision, though? Let's take a look at Dire Vision. They see OKC. They don't know the Trixie's in the tree line. Both sides with limited intel here. Silent, he's just going to go for it. They're going to go right onto the Bane. It looks like Scorched Earth is deployed. OKC, oh no, he gets Winter's Curse, but Silent gets put into the Nightmare. On the other side, Trixie, he initiates. Doom gets the kill on the Bane straight away, but in comes Ember. Nice Echo Slam to help break things up a little bit. Sunstrike onto the Doom. It'll do some damage, but not enough for a kill. On the backside now, No Fear, dueling it out with the Invoker. He'll get put himself inside the Ice Cube. Cold Embrace will not keep him alive as the Chain Frost just starts bouncing. TA will absorb the final blow. So it's a 1-for-2, a very awkward fight, super spread out.
There was 3 members of Stark in the top lane, and that fight kind of broke out.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for it at all.
And Bane, not a bad target to shut down before the fight starts. They're going to go in onto Yoku, the meatball. That'll finish off the Aegis. So that's something. They're going to try to go for TA when she's coming back up. Oh, daddy. I guess that's on our end. Oh, Ember Spirit just barely still alive. OKC is back in the fray. Fiend's Grip onto Doom right in his face. They're going to have some follow-up damage with the Fissure. Breaks things up. Now Resolution blinks in. They're trying to maximize his damage here. Doom still just barely alive. Glimmer Cape will let Bane get out of the fight. And through all that, Empire still walk away with all their heroes intact.
Yeah, that was really nice. Aloha Dance has grip for the next fight, too.
Did you see Yoku's attempted Sideblades kill?
Yeah.
It was very, very close.
He's got a Deso as well. So this is the Empire lineup starting to come online. It looks so convincing for Stark, but showing us the power of the TA and Doom once they get a little farm.
I do feel like it's a little bit because of the Invoker's item choice, though. Like, that last team fight, if he just had Yules instead of Blink, he would have just straight up killed the hero. Like, the thing is, I understand the whole setup thing with having the Centaur, the Searing Chains and such, and being able to rely on that, but I think that being self-sufficient and just being able to solo kill a hero, like, why would you not want that option?
I think it's more down to the initiations they're taking. Like, they're not getting them Centaur stuns.
Yeah, that's true as well. Like, if he landed the stuns, he would be getting kills. That's very
exactly. Even a two-man chain is enough to get a really, really nice combo.
Another smoke rotation here from Stark, but looks like it won't yield much. Yeah, there we go. TP back to safety.
He needs 2 more levels as well. Get that 17.
Yep.
All right, things holding steady. I feel like Resolution's been really on point this game. It feels like every time the Bane ults, he's ready and waiting with a Fissure.
Yeah.
It's happened like 4 times now.
There was one in the...
Oh, another smoke
in mid
Empire.
by the
river,
just... and he got like a 3-man Fissure while ulting the Bane. Like,
yeah.
It was actually sick.
This is actually a very hard to predict smoke because there's no real obvious objective on the map right now.
Yeah.
And the lanes aren't pushed to a point where they're... Okay, now they're backing. Now they realize.
This is suspicious. I won't be able to find one though. Let's take a look at Empire Vision. Yeah, they've got nothing. They're going to move to the other side, and looks like Stark will be able to dodge this one.
Their vision, again, like, the longer it is, the more obvious it becomes, so...
Right.
At first, when they smoked, I was like, okay, this is actually a fairly good timing if they can get across the map fast enough, but maybe, like, 5 seconds difference and they would have ran into Stark there.
Yeah.
Having Fiend's Grip for a fight is amazing.
Yep.
Empire's still hungry here. They see a little bit. They've got 2 aggressive wards down, one on the plateau as well as this one in the mid lane. They caught a glimpse of somebody walking by. I think it was the Bane. They know they're all turtled up here, and they just can't dive past the tier 2 tower. I think Stark handling this pretty well, though.
Yeah, it was a very nice
reading Empire really well.
The Invoker's still huge as well. I mean, it's not like Breeze had a bad game by any stretch. And the other thing, too, is whatever his next item is, like if he wants to go for armor, he wants to go BKB, any of those items actually give him a gigantic increase in teamfight potential. Lincoln's is good too, yeah. The Ember actually just bought one too. He went bots Lincoln's.
Relying heavily on Invoker. If Invoker gives the alacrity to Ember, it's a large amount of damage actually for the Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, that's alright.
This is really interesting. Doom picked up the point booster. Obviously think he's going Aghanims. He's now picked up a Shadow Blade with the value point booster.
Just to get the HP so we can withstand the Invoker combo.
Yeah, I mean, I like last game, I liked the value point booster, but interesting to see him go for a Shadow Blade at 25 minutes.
That ward.
It actually becomes a lot better when you have map control though to buy Shadow Blade. The item is worse if the enemy team is constantly 5-manning and it's like an even game. But right now it felt like Empire were the ones pressuring the map for the last couple of minutes. So if you have that kind of feeling, then you can go for a Shadow Blade and try to get a surprise initiation.
Is it kind of like the Blink Dagger for a Doom that still wants to do auto attacks?
Yeah, sort of... pretty much. I mean, the other thing too is you can make it into a Silver Edge. It's still a very decent 6-slot item for what it offers. The invisibility lasts longer. It's not like a horrible cooldown or anything, so...
Not the best Silver Edge game in terms of
but what I mean is...
It's cost effective.
Yeah, it's cost effective for the slot. Like a Blink Dagger, you still kind of eventually want to replace if you're going to try to go...
But it makes you sad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You wouldn't want to get rid of the Blink. And the Silver Edge is good enough to warrant the slot in a late game phase.
You know, one thing that people forget about with Silver Edge, like you always think about the break, but it also reduces damage output, which is pretty big in the late games. It was 40%, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty serious. Put that on the Ember, and he's not having a good time.
Okay, here's the fight.
Empire, they're going to smoke again here. You look at their vision. What do they see? Absolutely nothing. Stark, what do they see? Nothing. Alright, this is a little awkward here.
Smoke rope.
Alright, they'll go in onto OKC. Resolution wants to go for it. Glimmer Cape. They've got the dust. And he's just in such a defensive position. Man, that's another smoke down.
Nice force by Trixie as well.
So is that the end of the smokes? Yep, 10 minutes till their next smoke.
Oh.
Eek. That's rough stuff.
This is all just space from Booker as well.
Yep.
Oh.
No, they're out of smokes as well. Oh, okay, see ya. He'll get jumped on. They finally get a pick off. All right, that's something. Got his alpha whoop for creep now, so he's hitting. Yeah, try out a hero build. Okay.
No, thank you.
One of these days, I'll try one. So with that pick off, the Empire will start pushing a little bit. I mean, they've got the Deso on the TA, so they can siege towers pretty effectively. Yoku's also really close to a BKB.
Yeah, he's got 100 gold. Can you click on a Evoker?
Sure thing. 3k gold.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I think you need a BKB. It saddens me to say it.
Yeah, especially like the worst feeling I think. Oh, he's going Hex.
Or Lincolns, maybe Lincolns.
Or Lincolns, yeah. I don't know. It depends. If he's sitting in the back, he can wait out a Doom. I don't think it's too hard. I mean, he has a build that can actually play around Doom. So you just wait, right? You wait for the stomp, you go and you drop your combo. If you get doomed, whatever.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, it could just as easily be Lincolns. It's true.
All right, another smoke here, boys. This time it's Stark that are the aggressors. They don't have their Invoker with them. He's going to show on the bottom lane to perhaps try to bait a little bit. See if they can catch somebody. Aloha Dance nearby. Stampede forward. This is ambitious, but they will connect. So Stomp double edge to set it up. They get the pick off on the Grand Magus, but
it's a lot of commitment, isn't it?
Yeah.
But is the Roshan going to be spawning now? That's the question. They kill a TH.
It's really close. Of course, they don't know. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And Ember went for the Lincolns as well.
Go back to the pit. Go back.
I think it's very, very important to get a gem against Templar Assassin.
Yeah. You have to limit her map control. Yeah, it's so important.
Them traps just give you so much control.
No, they will get a tier 1 tower out of this, so they are starting to limit access points here. Oh, up top. Right, no.
TA blinks away with the fraction. That has to be one of the most satisfying things in the world. When you're playing TA, you're refracted, and someone uses you, and you just blink out. It's like...
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that actually made her, like, crazy good. That you can do that. Alright,
Definitely makes her more viable. And look at this, Empire, they just walk into the Roche pit.
You know, Stark are kicking themselves right now. Because that Roshan literally spawned like 10 seconds after they left the pit. And if they had stayed in the area, for 10 more seconds they would have seen it spawn and they would have killed it themselves.
They know what the jig is up though. They had a Forge Spirit in the pit. But boy, does this fall quick.
Side blades.
Alright, here we go. Meatball coming in. Doom looking for a Doom target, but can't quite get it. Now the Ember Spirit comes in. It dies to the Dire. TA's the one to grab the Aegis. No snatch happening here. Bollocks will fall victim to the Winter's Curse, and they'll have plenty of damage to blow him up. Now Stampede used. Dust is deployed. On the other side of the fight, Doom is just soloing over Boogie. He'll be able to Ghost Walk. He'll be alright for now. Nemphy, he was the Doom target, able to make it into the tree line, keeps the gem intact. So all things considered, not so bad for the Radiant. Of course, they don't get Roche, but they only lose their Lich.
Yeah, this stolen center ulti was pretty legit. Didn't manage to get out in front of it though, but...
I mean, Aloha Dance is always on point with spell steals.
He's really good at that.
I'd say he might actually be, like, best Rubik in the world. Like,
FY?
Or FY. I mean, it's
FY
close,
God,
man.
come on.
I mean, FY makes some really good decisions, but I feel like Aloha Dance is, like, he clutches so often, you know? So they're, like, both insanely good, but different ways of...
Are you sure you just don't watch Aloha Dance more than FY?
I mean, that's also possible.
Is that the Western bias? Boogie up top, about to get soloed by Resolution. Ghost Walk.
Can you do cold stop and kill him? I can.
He definitely can. He's just worried about other heroes being around, and he would have definitely died if he went on that because Doom was there.
Yeah.
With Shadowblade.
Made the right play. Not too greedy.
But what if... Okay, never mind.
So now a gem picked up on the Dire side. They've had some issues here with detection, and they're saying that's the last time Invoker is going to get away from us.
You pesky Ghost Walk.
Alright, it is Lincoln's.
I do like the Mass Lincoln strat.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Mass Lincoln's is really good. It's annoying for Doom. Like, he doesn't have any item that he buys that actually breaks Lincoln's either. So like sometimes you're playing a hero and you buy like a Force Staff or something to like go in, Force Staff the hero. Like Wind Ranger is a good example. To break the Lincolns and just immediately get your shackle anyway.
Oh, Trixie initiated on here in the mid lane. The blink forward by Resolution. Force Staff to try and buy himself some time. And he'll actually get it. He resets his Blink Dagger and we'll move back to safety. Very nice.
Bird.
Oh, are they going to catch him? Resolution blinks forward. Fissure ends up on the wrong side of it. Well, the right side of it if you're Trixie.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Or physically the right side of the fissure.
Yeah, that too. Alright, let's check out just general inventories here. What's everybody working on? TA now going for the crit after her BKB. A couple of Blink Daggers here. Glimmer Cape. And the Aghanims is complete on Doom now.
You know what's actually... Okay, so if Invoker goes Octarine Core, you have this like 5-second period where you have double Lincoln.
That's true.
So...
You're right, that's good.
Yeah, it's very good. So you just use the Lincolns on yourself, and then it has a 20-second duration.
Alright, I like the split pushing effort here just to pull some of Empire back.
Damage from Yoku though.
Yeah, that tower just melted.
So I think the Frost Armor is going to become more and more important for Stark as time goes on, because the TA hits so freaking hard.
Yep.
Like if the Invoker doesn't have Ice Armor on, he gets like hit and crit once or twice with a meld, he could just die.
Oh, they find Nempi, telekinesis right into Winter's Curse. They'll doom him as well for good measure. He was the gem carrier, so it's a valid kill. In comes Volix though. Chain Frost gonna start bouncing. Decent delta split, though it is bouncing across the refraction. And the hero that can regen like crazy. Volix getting crit left and right. Level death will finish him off. And the 2-0. Empire also claiming the gem for themselves. Rubik gonna catch him with the telekinesis. Okay, see ya in a world of hurt. Make it 3.
You can do taking fights without Invoker a lot.
I think the Invoker is just running away, actually. Like, they obviously that was like a case where Empire got the jump.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the time, Boogie's just making a conscious choice to not fight. Either that, or there's just like some serious miscommunication with this team. Because he's kind of close enough to be there, but not quite.
Oh no.
That was a lackluster combo.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It wasn't the best.
He might have been scared that he was going to get initiated on, though.
Because they have a lot of initiation.
Yeah.
It's true. Doom is on cooldown, but there's still an Echo.
This combo is ridiculous.
Oh, set up Doom. Nope, not going to get caught by it.
Look, push around it.
He'll be just fine. And it's tier 3 tower. It's taking heavy damage here, boys. There's no glyph. This could be barracks if they're not careful. Full Daedalus now on the TA. Remember, she still has the Aegis for another 2 minutes. Whew. Okay, Empire will just back out, but they are taking control of this game.
Yeah, so Alacrity on the little creep, it does like 200 damage. The Forge Spirit does 200 damage. Like, what the hell is that?
Pretty insane, actually. That is absurd. Oh, Ember Spirit, they'll break his Lincolns. God, look how fast he dies.
He actually just died from half health. 1 melt. 1 crit.
Do you think if you're Ember here...
1 crit for like 850.
It's
like,
insane.
It's just dirty.
Do you think if you're Ember here, you should go more damage items instead of going box
and Boogie's dead.
Maybe.
Guys, it's just falling apart for Stark.
Yeah, it is.
What the hell's going on all of a sudden? They were...
Empire took some really nice fights. They got some really nice pickoffs without the Invoker fighting.
That second Roche really kind of was the nail in the coffin in terms of momentum shift.
I don't know. I really feel like the Invoker just didn't really do anything.
Alright, here we go. The fight will break out. Yoku gets hit by the combo, but just pops the BKB. They turn on to OKC. They've got multiple gems. He gets the Nightmare off just in the nick of time, but only delays the inevitable. Buyback from the Ember Spirit to make this possible, but Trixie, they'll be Winter's Cursed on the back lines. That'll make it a 5 versus 3 on the field. No buybacks available for the dead heroes on Stark. Winter Wyvern will get melted by the Sunstrike, so that is something. Stark need to be very careful here. If Nempi dies, he doesn't have a buyback. We'll jump to the Remnant just in time.
There was 2 auto attacks. 2. Well, a Melvin auto, sorry.
Still. Oh, the Invoker also bought back. I missed that one, sorry. So this is 2 buybacks now. This is scary territory for Stark. If they lose a fight here, it's at least 2 lanes of barracks.
I don't know.
Chains on 2 heroes.
You can defend this, but...
Yeah, you can. They should chase. They should definitely chase.
They need something out of this.
No, ice wall.
There's the setup. Okay, disconnect on Aloha Dance. They'll finish him off there. Resolution gets left behind. Has the Echo, but won't be able to put it to good use. He'll go down as well. Now Stark strike back, and
well, they gotta
get something out of it,
I guess.
Yeah, they got the Shaker as well.
Yeah, Earthshaker too.
Oh yeah, sorry. Resolution died.
2k gold swing.
I don't know, man. Like,
it's a little something, but just look at this gold graph.
Oh,
I mean, that is...
That's ridiculous.
It's like a 20k gold swing in 15 minutes. 20 minutes.
I really feel like it was just a lack of coordination though from Stark. Like they were never in the same place at the same time to take a team fight after like the 15-minute mark.
Yeah, the split pushing from Invoker is great early on, but once that mid game comes in, you have to group up. I mean, you're seeing so much of the damage.
It's more like it didn't seem like they were on the same page, like the team. Like, okay, I'm gonna split push. You guys just kind of all be here and fight, and I'm not gonna help you.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I got Sunstrike.
Yeah.
Oh, Fiend's Grip on the No Fear. They'll set it up with a Sunstrike. They do kill the Wyvern.
Okay.
That's something. Silent. Invisible with an invisibility rune. He'll have that Shadow Blade in about 5.
Dire's middle tower is
They get the
under
tier 2
attack.
towers. That's it for outer towers for Empire. Now their map control will be a little more limited. And it was just the range barracks they lost. So actually not huge damage to the base of Stark.
I mean, they can still come back, honestly.
Definitely.
Like, the lower cooldown BKB makes Invoker actually not so bad, like in the Ultra late game. Especially if you have, like, Octarine and Aghanim's together. You can just spam a ton of spells. And the other thing, too, is max level deafening. It sounds like a little thing, but it's actually insane in team fights, because it's guaranteed disable on pretty much everyone.
4.5 seconds.
Turns you into a
time.
spirit bomb, basically.
It's
Yeah.
actually so good.
2 seconds stun, well, like push. It's basically it's a stun.
Like,
Oh.
your control is nuts. Oh,
Trixie
that's
gets
a
doomed down bottom. I think he's going down.
Deny him. Nice.
Okay, nice deny from the
You
Bane.
want
Silent uses the BKB here.
No, cool though.
That was a 10-second BKB charge on the Doom, by the way. That was peculiar.
I think he would have just got nightmared.
They didn't have vision, and he might have assumed that there were
Yeah.
more people there. I think
Yeah.
that BKB is understandable.
Okay. Rubik closing in on the Aghanims now, and Centaur is working on a Lotus Orb, so that should make you happy, Draskell. You seem to be pretty excited about the reflection.
I love Lotus Orb. It's actually my new drums.
You
So
want to change
freaking
your
good.
sub icon?
I should honestly change it to Lotus Orb.
Is your sub icon actually drums?
Yes.
It is.
Because
That's
back when
so
I had,
weird.
like when I first got sub, like 3 years ago or something like that, I literally bought it everything. Like, drums were amazing back then.
That was back when drums were like super value, right?
Yeah.
It's like the best item on every
Like
hero.
phase drums heals every single game. Doesn't matter what hero you're playing, phase drum heals. It's so good. Ah, good days those were. Back when I won Dota.
Back in
What
the
a life.
day.
That never happened.
Oh, come on. No flame, please.
Battle Fury's up on the Ember. That's a good sign for Stark.
Yeah.
It's a 37-minute Battle Fury.
It's a Battle Fury nonetheless.
To be fair, he went Lincoln's first item, so I mean that's not exactly a great farming tool.
Yeah.
He did get the BOTs though, so that does kind of offset it a little bit.
It gives them another interesting style of play too, because Empire are very... Well, actually no, they have a Doom with a Shadow Blade and Mass Blinks. Never mind. Okay,
It's pretty hard.
it is actually very hard. I was gonna say it kind of gives them like potentially a way of trying to split push,
I
but
think the Lincolns gave him that, but it was still difficult.
Stampede to set up on the No Fear. He steals the Hoof Stomp. No Fear could be in some trouble. Sunstrike will connect, but not enough damage. Now the Doom comes cruising on in. Forge Spirit's trying to chip away at him, but oh, Volix. He's in a lot of trouble. Ember Spirit picks up the Winter Wyvern on the back lines, but they do get the Lich. Now Fiend's Grip out onto Yoku. Ice Wall doing a lot of work here. Silent will pop the BKB though. Nemphy just isolated and brought down. Now there's a Doom available for OKC. And there is not going to be much he can do here. My God.
that was extremely sloppy.
The damage.
How does the Ember end up in the middle of
I'm
the entirety of Empire with no one else there?
I mean, it's because the Doom was chasing out the rest of his team. Like, they were all kind of in retreat mode, and I guess he just got excited. I'm not really sure.
yeah.
Buyback used by the Bane now. Ember does not have one. Lich will buy back as well. It is a 4v4 with Wyvern still dead. Stalk Kuros completed by the TA, coming via the Courier. Lift still available. There it is. Echo Slam as he hops in. Volix, he'll go down first. Boogie gets put in the Glimmer Cape, but they've got plenty of detection, and they'll finish him off. A godlike streak for Yoku as the security. These side blades are just cutting through this entire Stark lineup. It's going to be a 5-man wipe, and that's GG territory. Yep. Wow, nicely finished by Empire.
Cool, man. Everyone looks strong.
They looked pretty good this game.
Yeah, they really.
And they were really far behind. Like, their base was exposed bottom lane at like prior to 20 minutes or something like that. And then, honestly, like, I think you were right, Shane. I think there was a ton of miscommunication in this game because there were so many points where I'm just like wondering, why is this hero here at this point in time?
Okay, there was 2 or 3 fights that came to mind. There was one in the middle lane when there was three heroes top.